Yes, sir. Welcome, ladies and gentlemen, to a brand new episode of Sports Talking with JB on this magnificent, wonderful podcast Tuesday night. I'm your host, JB, the CEO, the owner of Future Star Entertainment and the Sports Talking with JB podcast network. Now, this is a special night. Not because it's Tuesday, not because it's Sports Talking with JB night. It's a special night for the whole network right here. And I said on social media that we had a huge announcement that's going to go down tonight. And I wanted everybody to join me for this announcement and for the show, of course. And I thank you guys for joining in already in the chat. My regulars showing up. Make sure y'all come on in right now. Take your shoes off at the door. Y'all already know what to do each and every week. And if you're watching for the first time and you happen to stumble across this show, I'm going to tell you to do these three things each and every week, each and every time you show up on the platform. Hit the like button, subscribe to this YouTube channel, and share this to your people. Yes, sir. And I'm in my all black tonight, feeling really good. I see y'all. What's up? What's up, Tiff? What's going on? Crimson Watch, what's up with you? Happy belated birthday to my friend Carol Witt. I see y'all in here, man. So I'm gonna go ahead and get on with the announcement, man. As you guys know, each and every week this show has been going on. This is season 6 of the official Sports Talking with JB show. Season 3 of the live YouTube channel shows, and of course the Black and Gold show is in season 2. And that's on Wednesday nights. Each and every Wednesday night, same time, you could join me for the Black and Gold show. We talk all things Alabama State football. I got a very special show tomorrow night, too. You don't want to miss that one. But for sure, let's get right to it, ladies and gentlemen. The podcast as a network. And you see this shirt right here I'm wearing. So I've been blessed to be working for this company for the past 10 years plus. Now, this company is partnering with the network. So, ladies and gentlemen, without further ado, I bring to you the new sponsor, AB, as a whole network. Ladies and gentlemen, Jack Ingram, Mercedes, Benz, proud sponsor of the Sports Talking with JB Podcast Network. It's official. It's going down. So from here on out, every show on this podcast network is sponsored by Jack Ingram Mercedes Benz, your local Benz dealer here in Montgomery, Alabama. Right there. It says it all, man. I appreciate all the love and support, man. This has been a long time coming in the works. I had to make sure everything was official, and it's official. So you're going to be seeing a lot of Mercedes-Benz sponsorships, flyers and videos and things like that moving forward. So just had to let you guys know that. That was the big, huge announcement I had planned for the night. So, and I appreciate all y'all in the comments, man. I had to tell it to my people, you know. Some people knew already, but I had to give it to y'all tonight. So I really appreciate you guys, man. I really do appreciate you guys. So if you know somebody that knows somebody, if you're in the city or you're in the surrounding areas and you want to buy you a Benz, you want to come shop, come on down. Jack Ingram Mercedes-Benz, man, 217 Eastern Boulevard, Montgomery, Alabama. Your local Benz dealer. Crimson, why not? Come on now. You can come on down here and get a Benz. You right there across the way. You come on over here and shop with your boy. But yeah, for sure. That's where you go right there. Go to the website. Actually, website link will be in the description of this podcast each and every week. JackIngramMercedes.com. So if you want to go in there, window shop, find you some, and go ahead and be ready for it. So yeah, that's what's going down, y'all. That's what's going down. Jack Ingram Mercedes is the sponsor, new sponsor of Sports Talking with JB, Black and Gold show, everything on this whole network. So yeah, that's why I'm wearing this. And I will be doing some giveaways soon, so y'all stay tuned. Like I mentioned, I still got to give away some title towels. I got some gift bags I'm working on and some Mercedes merch as well. So we'll be giving some things away soon. So y'all just keep on supporting this channel, man. And it starts with you guys each and every week, man. Hitting the like button, subscribing to the channel, sharing it to everybody. It starts with you guys, and I can't do it without you. So just letting y'all know that. But we got a loaded show tonight, ladies and gentlemen. We got an absolutely loaded show. My podcast partner, DJ Seaway, he won't be on tonight. He may be back next week, but I'm going to do this thing solo dolo tonight. Of course, we're going to talk Bama like we always do. We're going to talk some of the big games that happened over the weekend in college football, some matchups coming up. This episode is called The Calm Before the Storm because, as you guys know, Bama is on a bye week this week. Alabama State is on a bye week as well. So I'm just chilling, man. I'm calm. You know, I ain't got no worries this weekend. I ain't worried about no team winning or losing this weekend. So I'm happy. I'm chilling. This is my chill week. So this is the calm week before the storm because next week you got Bama in Georgia. You got Bama State FAMU. So you got two big games going down September 27th for my two teams. So next week probably going to be stressful. But this week is going to be calm for sure. What you say? I wanted to see what he thought about them boys. Yeah, see, yeah. See what he been ducking talking about them boys, but I'm going to talk about them. I'm going to talk about them Cowboys tonight because I got a lot to say about them Cowboys tonight. So before we get to talking about NFL, we're going to do what we normally do. Let's get on with the NFL talk. No, not the NFL talk. The Bama talk, as you guys know. In our segment, we like to call Rolling with the Tide. All right, ladies and gentlemen, get your title towels up right now. If you got one at the house, get your title towels up. Shouts out to the good people. Another sponsor of this segment right here. The good people over at whitwillsports.com. Go to whitwillsports.com. Get you a title towel if you support the Crimson Tide. If you're a fan, make sure you get one of these title towels. Next home game will be October the 4th against Vandy. We need 100,000 strong title towels at Bryant-Denny Stadium. Or if you plan on going to Athens, tote your title towel with you in full stride because we don't give a piss about the Tide. Nothing but the Tide, as Willie would say. So go to whitwillsports.com, get your title towel today. Tell them JB sent you, and they'll send it to you real quick, and you might get a free one for all I know. So let's go home. Let's go home and get to it, man. Now, everybody knows what happened. Everybody knows what happened on Saturday. I actually did not go to the game, but I was able to watch this game peacefully at home while I was getting ready to go to Alabama State for their first home game. 38-14. Now, last week, it was 73-0, but we beat up on an inferior opponent. Now, Wisconsin was an inferior opponent as well, but they were a better team than La Monroe, so to speak. But 38-14, the question I want to pose to the chat, and I'm going to answer this question as well. Was this 38-14 BTA a statement win for Bama? And when I say BTA, y'all know that means belt to ass. Now, I said this last week too, that I said this on my Black and Gold show. What's classified as BTA? Back in the days, we used to call 21-0 skunk. Sometimes you call 21-0 a blowout, depending on what kind of game it is. I always call, if you beat a team by 3 touchdowns or more, is a blowout. So I'm going to classify this as BTA. 38-14, and it really wasn't that damn close because 7 of those points came from a kickoff return. The other 7 came in garbage time in the fourth quarter. So we pretty much controlled this game from the onslaught. I'm proud of Bama from what I saw. They look good. It looked like Bama football to me, besides the running game, which I'm going to get on. But I already got a question from Bama Ball number 9 right here. Who is the coach that develops and trains the O-line? Coach Kapovic is the O-line coach, but it's been very questionable on the O-line and D-line for Bama over the past few years, as people can look and tell. But me has been covering the team in depth wise. They have been recruiting well on the O-line, but it's all about, like you just mentioned, Bama Ball, develop and train. You got to get these guys ready to go. You got to get these guys ready to go for sure. But I will say that, man, Ty Simpson looks like he's the real deal, ladies and gentlemen. I have nothing bad to say about Ty Simpson. He's finally getting some of the looks, because people looked at him funny after game 1 in Tallahassee, me included, because I thought he was a deer in headlights out there. But Ty Simpson is getting comfortable. The past 2 weeks, he's been damn near perfect. He's been great, but he hasn't been faced with adversity. Because let's sit back and think about this. The last 2 games have been at home. You've been comfortable. You've been playing inferior competition, and you've been just doing whatever you want to do back there. So I'm not all the way on Ty, but I'm with him. I'm not against him. I'm with him. But I'm not 1,000% saying Ty is going to win the Heisman or Ty is going to lead us to a national championship. But he's doing all the right things from the past 2 weeks. This game coming up against Georgia next week is going to really be a test for Ty Simpson, along with the whole team, but especially Ty Simpson, man. You going into enemy territory down there in Athens. It's going to be rocking. It's a night game. It's going to be Tallahassee multiplied times 100 down there in Athens next weekend. So it's definitely going to be something for Ty to get ready for. You know what I'm saying? Definitely going to be something to get ready for. Yeah. Yes, he was changing. Absolutely. Ty Simpson seemed much more in control this game. Much more in control. He is definitely getting comfortable. Definitely getting comfortable. And I like to see that. I really like to see that. Shouts out to my guy Raj, man. What's up with you? And Nick, you did miss the announcement, but I'm wearing the announcement right here. Mercedes, baby. Sponsoring the podcast. Now, so I would say that Ty Simpson, yes, stepping all in the pocket. So Ty has been great, ladies and gentlemen. And I want to say that I'm really looking forward to him playing in Georgia. This right here can make or break Bama's season. Not only a win, but the way you perform. The way you perform. Now, if we go down there and it's a tight game and we lose by field goal or the last second, we can probably live with that. But if we go down there and get a mud hole stumped in us, then it's going to be an issue. Because guess what? We already got one L on our resume. This is the biggest game thus far this season. We can't really lose any more games. Maybe one, but you definitely don't want to lose to Georgia. And this will be a big win for Bama. Put us right back in the top 10 where we need to be. So I'm really looking forward to the game. Next week, we're going to do a real in-depth preview of Bama, Georgia. I don't want to talk about it too much. But I want to talk about Ryan Williams real quick, though. Real quick, let me talk about Ryan Williams. He was great, man. He was great. He woke up. He made some big plays on Saturday. Yes, he did drop a touchdown. He hit him right in the hands. Yes, he did. And I talked about this on Talking Bama. We talked about this on Sunday. And I mentioned that Ryan Williams is still developing as a legit go-to number 1 receiver. To me, he's a highlight reel waiting to happen. He can make all the plays, and he gets you out in space. He can make you miss, like we saw him cross that DB up when he caught the ball on Saturday, made him look silly. You know, he does all of that. But the fundamental, catching the ball, running the route, coming in and just being crisp on your route. He's still learning. He's 18 years old. This is his second year. And I think it's gonna take him a while. And I mentioned CD Lamb when I look at Ryan Williams, not in body size, but in play and potential and all the attributes. CD Lamb is great for the Cowboys. He's in year 4 right now, I believe, and he's still dropping the damn ball. Ryan Williams is dropping passes, yes, and I believe he has like 14 drops over the past season in 3 games. That's not good. That's not good. And you're right, Crimson Watch. The natural, you can't coach the talent he has, the speed, all of the stuff he does. But refinement of the fundamentals, learning how to catch that ball in traffic, doing all the little things. Ryan Williams has all the tools to be great. And our fans are fickle. We'll dog them one day and we'll praise them the next. That's how Alabama fans are. So we just have to live with it. But I will say he has the goods, and it's going to take a while. This doesn't change overnight. It's going to take him a while to be that guy who can catch the ball, because the way Ryan Williams he catches more with his arms, hands, and body, right? You see a lot of his catches. He tracks the ball very well, and he just runs up on it and catch it. But when you see him trying to catch like this, and the ball's coming to him, and those are the drops you see. And I go back to what Michael Irvin said about this. Michael Irvin, and I remember Michael Irvin had a whole argument with Keyshawn Johnson and Richard Sherman about catching with your hands versus your body. Michael Irvin is a body catcher, and he made a living on catching with his body. He wanted the ball in between the 88. He wanted the end of numbers, hit him in the chest with it. Some receivers want that, and that's old school football. I know I'm going to take a hit. I'm going to take this ball I'm going to take this bullet in the chest, and I'm going to cuff it, and I'm going to make the catch, even though I'm finna get blew up by the DB or the safety. But in today's football, receivers don't really want to get hit like that, especially a smaller guy. So I feel like you're bracing for the hit, and you don't see the ball in, right? It hits your hands. You don't see the ball in. And that's some of the issues. But it can be fixed. It can be worked on. And I mean, it's not something that we should not look at him to fix this overnight, is what I'm saying, And I really think you're supposed to catch with your hands. I'm not a receiver, no play receiver. Some of the best receivers were great with their hands. We have some great receivers now who still drop passes. But at the end of the day, it's all on him to get it together. And it might be a mental thing. Shouts out to Jocelyn Thomas. Ryan's frame and route runner reminds me of a young Devontae Smith. Let's not forget, Devontae Smith played all 4 years at Bama. He became the greatest Bama wide receiver ever in his 4th year. Won the Heisman Trophy, went on to be great, and he's still doing it in the NFL right now. But as a freshman, he also caught the game-winning touchdown to win the championship. So everybody has their own paths, man. But I'm really proud of Ryan Williams. Block out all the noise, young man, and keep doing your thing. I also want to talk about this guy. Defensive Player of the Week in the Southeastern Conference, Mr. Braylon Hubbard. Braylon, whatever his name is. Bray Hubbard, ladies and gentlemen. He was great. 2 interceptions. He had 5 tackles. He had 2 crazy tackles where he just came out of nowhere and tracked the ball carrier down and made big hits. Bray Hubbard showed that, okay, y'all talked about me like a dog against Florida State. I wasn't giving all the effort like I should have. He owned up to it. And ladies and gentlemen, he played like his helmet was on fire on Saturday. He balled out. He most definitely balled out, man, for sure. So I got to give him his props. I'm glad he won Defensive Player of the Week. And he won DB of the Week too, I saw. And he's working on his draft stock as well, because he is eligible to get drafted in the offseason. So I just like the way the guy's playing, man. He deserves all the attention and accolades. Along with the scrutiny he got week 1, he deserves the praise here going into week 4, week 5. So I like to see my Bama guys, man, do what they do. I'm a big Bama fan, but we have to talk about these guys. Let me get on this thing. We have to talk about these guys, the good and the bad. Being a fan or not, me being a podcast media analyst, we have to be kind of take the fan hat off sometime and talk about what you see. Talk about this. Okay, if they're doing something that's not good, you have to talk about it. We have to also praise them when they're doing great things. So you got to kind of find that happy medium when you're a fan of the guys. But we have a job to call them out when they're not doing good things. And when they do something good, that's when you praise them. You know what I'm saying? And yeah, Bray is he's great. He's great. I'm really glad he's stepping up and doing what he's supposed to do. Yeah. And we got to talk about the facts for sure. So Bama has a bye week, ladies and gentlemen. So I don't really have anything else to talk about Bama. My only other thing is what the team should be doing during the bye week and the approach we should have coming out of the bye week. I would say this. The running game was hot garbage. The running game was hot garbage. I'm not going to go on a spiel about this. I did it on Talking Bama Sunday. But I will say this. Ty Simpson led us in rushing yards on Saturday. He had 25 yards rushing. That's a shame when your quarterback is leading you in rushing. And we had Richard Young had 4 carries for 3 yards. Less than a yard per carry for Richard Young. Even Kevin Riley, he only had like 20 yards on like 6 carries. So the running game is not getting the job done, ladies and gentlemen. We got like 70 yards rushing. We're getting outrushed. We're not getting, I don't know if it's the O-line, like Bama Ball mentioned in the chat. I don't know what it is, but I'm not, yes, pipes. Yes. Not good at all, That has to be fixed. It has to be fixed. I mean, you have to be able to run the ball in the SEC, especially if you're going to compete for the SEC championship, let alone playoffs in the national championship. You got to run the damn football. Ty Simpson can't be out there throwing the ball 40 times a game. I mean, if he's playing like he's been playing, you want to keep that going. But it's going to come a time where you're going to need a yard or two. You're going to have to get that yard or two running the ball. And it's also going to be times, and I always say this, you have to establish a running game early on to control time of possession, momentum of the game, wear a defense down. You're going to have to do that. Because guess what? If the other team is wearing your defense down and they're able to run the ball and get 5 yards a carry, and you're scoring quick like you are, your defense is going to be tired. All it takes is one turnover to turn the game around. But when you get teams with 8-9 minute drives, that defense is tired, man. I saw a drive this weekend where a team had over 20 plays, had the ball like 10 minutes, the whole quarter. But they was running the ball and getting first downs. The other team was making mistakes, penalties, doing stupid stuff, extending the drive. So you can't let that happen. You can't let that happen. So, most definitely, we got to come out, man. And it starts in the trenches, O-line, D-line. Definitely starts in the trenches. But the running game has to get better. Jam Miller will be back. I'm very confident in saying Jam Miller will be back next Saturday. And I need Jam Miller to come out there, give me 20, 25 carries, buck 25, buck 35. I need Jam Miller to come out there and do something for me, man. Do something for me, Jam Miller. I see y'all in the chat. What's the team identity? It looks like it's going to be a high passing team. I mean, I think that's what we thought Ryan Grubb was going to do coming in. And, I hope he's saving these schemes for SEC play. But the schemes can be the key, but you got to have capable running backs. And I'm not trying to say anything about our running backs. I just don't think this is an elite group. I don't think it's elite. It's a good group, but it's not Mark Ingram, Trent Richardson, Eddie Lacy, TJ Yeldon, so on and so on. It's not those guys. It's not. But we have capable backs. So we just got to get in there and do the work, man. I see a lot of guys going down by arm tackles. That's not good. You going down on first contact. That's not good. That's not good, ladies and gentlemen. So we're going to talk more in depth about the Tide next week. We're going to preview this thing. Crimson Watch, you are welcome to join. You are welcome to join next week, Crimson Watch, when we talk about Bama versus Georgia. And I may have somebody else on the show, too, that's a Georgia fan. So we're gonna try to do this thing right, man. Shouts out to the good people at Whitwell Sports, man. Go get y'all a title towel so y'all can roll with the Tide like your boy JB. WhitwellSports.com, man. Get you one of these things. They are good. I've had this for 6 years. This one towel I've had for 6 years, and it still looks good to this day. It's very absorbent because this is the towel I had when I was in Tallahassee, and it rained on me, and it soaked up all the rain from Tallahassee, and I was pissed off. But anyway, let's get it going. I know. Hey, what's up, TJ, man? Shouts out to you, man. If you're just joining, y'all know what to do. Like I mentioned, each and every week, hit that like button, man. Hit the like button right now. Start what you're doing. Hit the like button. Subscribe to this YouTube channel if you haven't already. And share this to your people. Bama fans, Bama State fans, college football fans, NFL fans, sports talk fans, period. This is where you come. We talking ball. We talking nothing but ball right now. All right, so I want to talk about let's get off rolling with the Tide, and let's talk about some things that went down this past Saturday. I want to talk about this AP poll too. Yeah, I definitely want to talk about this AP poll because this is hot garbage to me. Y'all tell me what y'all think about this AP poll, but this is hot garbage to me. I see Bama at 14. Yeah, we moved up. That's good and all. Finally see Georgia Tech in the top 25. I see Vandy in the top 25. Notre Dame still in the top 25. Notre Dame lost. Notre Dame has only played 2 games, and they're 0-2, and they're still in the top 25. That's crazy. That's crazy, man. That is insane. Insane. What's up, DSGB, man? What's up with you, brother? All right, so yeah, I don't know. I have no idea. That's the problem when Notre Dame gets preseason top 10 and they lose games and they don't seem to fall out of the top 25, and they don't have a conference, and the rest of their games, from what I saw, are against underranked opponents. You know, they played their best 2 opponents the first 2 weeks of the season and lost. So, but we're going to get back to this. Let me do something. Let's talk about some games. This is Notre Dame's loss, by the way. And guess who was the reason they actually lost this game? Tyler Buchner. If that name rings a bell, Bama fans, you guys remember Tyler Buchner, the quarterback that started against South Florida 2 years ago, the quarterback who was a lacrosse player, the quarterback who transferred over to Notre Dame. Yeah, he was the holder, and he fumbled the snap. He fumbled the hole, and they missed the extra point. They didn't, so it was his fault. I'm just the messenger here. I saw it. They actually panned the camera on him, and they said, "Oh boy, this may come back to haunt Notre Dame." And yes, it did, because Marcel Reed and them Aggies rolled down the field and scored a touchdown. And guess what? They made their extra point, and they won the game by 1 point. Yes, they did. Yeah, they did, and I loved it. I loved it. I loved it a lot. Yeah, I loved it a lot. Jonathan said, who Auburn played? I ain't even got a graphic for Auburn. They struggled against South Alabama. That's who they played. But they got theirs coming this week. Oh, yeah. Hugh Freeze got his coming this week. So all you Auburn fans who's happy that you're in the top 25, it's not going to last for long. It's not going to last for long. So let's see what else we got, man. Okay, so I want to talk about this right here. All right, this is what I want to really talk about right now. First of all, shouts out to Haynes King in the Georgia Tech Yellow Jackets. Brent Key, great coach. Haynes King he should be up in the Heisman consideration, ladies and gentlemen. If you don't know who Haynes King is, and Georgia Tech made me a fan last year when they played Georgia in that 8 overtime game, and I was going for GT the whole way. But man, that Haynes King is a baller. He is a baller, and I got so much respect for him. And this team, the way they're playing, beating Colorado week 1 in Boulder. Who else did they beat? They beat somebody else. I'm trying to think of who else they beat. And then to beat Clemson like they just did. Oh man. Oh yeah. He's that boy. Haynes King is that boy. I am glad they beat Clemson. Everybody's glad they beat Clemson. I actually picked them, Jocelyn. Did I not pick them? I picked them to win. I did. All the people who picked, yeah. Now, I would say I picked Clemson to make the playoffs, but I'm going to go ahead and renege on that, brother. It's going to be a tough way. But, ladies and gentlemen, I want to play something real quick. I want to play something before I talk about it, and I want you guys to hear this.
If they want me gone, if they tired of winning, they can send me on their way, because that's all we've done is win. So if they tired of winning, we've won this league 8 out of the last 10 years. Is that not good? I'm just asking, is that good? I don't know if that's good or not. To win your league 8 out of 10 years, to go to the playoffs 7 out of 10 years, to be in 4 national championships, win it twice. Yeah, we're a little down right now. Take your shots, but I got a long memory, in case y'all don't know. We'll be all right. We'll bounce back. This is a program built to last. Always has been. Always will be. And I would just say, if you give up on us if you don't believe in us because we've lost 2 games down to the last straight and you didn't believe in us anyway, so it don't matter. You wasn't all in anyway. If you're all in, you burn the ships, man. There ain't no exit strategy. Like, you're freaking all in. And hey, listen, I mean, if Clemson's tired of winning, they send me on my way, but I'm gonna go somewhere else and coach. I ain't going to the beach. Hell, I'm 55. I got a long way to go. Y'all gonna have to deal with me for a while. I got a long way to go. I'm just getting going. I'm just now good enough to be a head coach.
Talk that talk down, Bo. Yeah, I like it. How y'all feel about Dabo, what he said? I like it. And I'm not the biggest, I've never been the biggest Dabo fan. If y'all know, I don't like Dabo like that. I mean, I'm not, but man, he told it. I like what Dabo said. I like what he said. I mean, we got to give him respect where respect is due. He called him out. He said, hey, look, y'all want to talk about me, man? Look, man, we lose a couple of games. I feel like that's something Nick Saban would have said. Not in that way, but he would have said it similar to that way. Like, dang, y'all want to talk about, man, and get y'all national championship. We done been winning this conference for years. We have a little down seed. We lose a couple of games. I want to throw. See, this is the thing. This is what I really like about Dabo. He does tell it like it is, by the way. He does, TJ. But he comes off, he used to come off as cocky to me. And this goes back to a couple years ago when he said he wasn't worried about no NIL and no transfer portal. He wasn't finna be paying no players and all this stuff. And that may be part of the reason why Clemson hasn't been winning. They have not been using the portal efficiently, like Ohio State, like these other teams who have been winning as of late. But Dabo he said, all I got is my balls and my word, and I'm gonna stick to it. But you can be so cocky that it hurts you. It's a detriment, and that's what it is for Dabo. But I do like that he said what he feel, and yeah, it is a little true that once you lose a couple games, yeah, they want to kick you out. But Dabo did say this. Now he can leave. I believe they won't fire Dabo. I think he's grandfathered in at Clemson. Because, yeah, he's got 2 national championships, been to 4. The team has been winning that conference for a long time, but they have fell off a little bit. You know what I'm saying? They fell off. So it's 2025, Dabo. What have you done for me lately? What have you done for me lately, Dabo? So, but I can rock with what he just said. I like what he said. I really do. But I would say this. Clemson ain't going no damn well this year. and I'm gonna go ahead and put this out on the limb. Georgia Tech. I don't have their schedule right now in front of me, but I looked at it. Georgia Tech can go right to the ACC championship and win the ACC. And I'm going to say Georgia Tech is going to make the college football playoffs. They may have one loss, but they're going to make the college football playoffs. Hell, they may run the table. They may run. If Haynes King keeps playing like he's been playing, ladies and gentlemen, Haynes King had 20, I think he had 25 carries for over 100 yards as the quarterback, and he threw for over 200 yards. So the team had like 358 yards total. He had like 319. I mean, you know what I'm saying? I'm just saying. I like Haynes King. I like Georgia Tech. He is kind of, cocky Les Miles for sure. Except he don't eat no grass. Yeah. So, seriously though, I mean, y'all watch out for them Yellow Jackets, man. I'm glad they in the top 25 where they belong. And their schedule is not hard. They don't play Florida State. They don't play Miami. They already beat Clemson. So I feel like Miami, Florida State, Clemson was the top 3 teams in the SEC. Let's scratch Clemson out and put GT in there. So you got Florida State, Miami, and Georgia Tech at the top of the ACC right now. So it's very winnable, very winnable. And the ACC going through the ATL this year. Going right through the ATL. All right, so I got one more. I got another rant I want to talk about real quick. I don't have the I'm looking for the score thing, the graphic. And shouts out to Own 3, man. I've been using their graphics. I like Own 3. I didn't pull that one. But oh hell. Let's do this right here. I got one more video I want to share with y'all before I move on and talk about some more stuff. Let's do this right here. Once I get off this graphic. Hold on, ladies and gentlemen. Get off this graphic. All right. So I want you guys to listen to this right here. What old Brian Kelly had to say.
With your offense.
Stop. Really? Is that the first question? We won the game 20-10. Try another question. What do you want me to tell you? I just laid it out for you. We played the game to win the game. We played the game to win the game.
All right. How about third down then? What is going on with third down?
It's one game. Last game, we were great on third down. You're looking at this from the wrong perspective. LSU won the football game. Won the game. I don't know what you want from me. What do you want? You want us to win 70-0 against Florida to keep you happy?
No, I think people want to know why you can't run the ball, quite honestly.
We can run the ball. Did you see the last play of the game? That's all you need. You just need one. There's a ridiculous questions. And I'm getting tired of.
Chris, why? Hey, you telling the truth, though. You telling the truth. He don't win enough to be nasty to the report. And I took offense. Now, I didn't like this. I didn't like this because, ladies and gentlemen, I go to press conferences and I'm able to ask questions. The man was asking a legitimate question. Look, Brian Kelly has an attitude. I don't like his attitude. I took some respect. I got a little respect for him when he beat Nick Saban, when they beat Bama few years back and he went for the 2-point conversion at the end of the game and won. I said that was real respectable. And he earned a little respect because I didn't care for Brian Kelly when he was at Notre Dame. So, for him to come to the SEC, you hadn't won anything, Brian Kelly. You coming in the SEC and you really getting attitude. This is probably the 3rd or 4th time he's done this. Matter of fact, probably more than that. Because it's a documentary on Netflix where he was going off on the reporters and things like that last year or the year before last. He has a real attitude problem. He's very rude. And Crimson Watch is right. He don't win enough for him to be acting this damn nasty to these reporters. And, it really sends a bad message to everybody else. Right. And the reporter just doing his job. It's after the game. Yeah, you may be upset, but the question was valid. LSU won the game 20-10. They did not establish a run in the game. Yeah, you had one good running play at the end of the game. But the reporter did his homework. Y'all didn't establish no damn running game. You got 5, count them, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 gifts from DJ Lagway. He threw 5 interceptions, ladies and gentlemen. 5. And you only won the game by 10 points. If somebody throws 5 interceptions to you, and one of them was a pick 6, so that's 7 points. So give me 7 points and give me 4 more interceptions. And I only score 20 points. So that means your offense only scored 1 touchdown and 2 field goals. He was definitely insecure about that performance, Crimson Watch. And you want to get mad at the people for asking their questions. That's what I don't like. And I can't respect that. I can respect what Dabo said, but I can't respect what Brian Kelly did right there. I can't respect them. You know, I mean, just play better, dude. Y'all ain't want no SEC. Y'all ain't going to no playoffs. I can't wait. I love to play LSU. I can't wait to play LSU. I'm actually looking forward to that game. You know, I'm looking forward to that game. And from now on out, from here on out, I hope LSU lose all the game they play. All the game they play. I'm done with LSU. I had more respect for them until I just heard that. You know, I got offended listening to that because that could have been me. I don't talk to these reporters like that. They just doing their job, man. Ladies and gentlemen, what else I got? I saw something. My boy, yeah, he said Vandy versus South Carolina. I got that. I was definitely gonna talk about that too. I was definitely getting to that right there. So, yes, shouts out to little old Vandy, Diego Pavia. You know, they did their thing. They won. They won the game. They did what they had to do. But I'm looking at this. I didn't watch the game. I caught some of the end because I was surprised what the score was, what it was. So I had to see what the hell was going on. And Lenore Sellers got injured. He got knocked out the game. So Lenore Sellers probably is in concussion protocol. He got knocked out of that game. But Vandy, I got to give them credit. They were doing what they was doing. And they went down to South Carolina and BTA'd them right there. Right there, 31-7. I mean, the numbers don't lie. Vandy's defense is legit, ladies and gentlemen. They're legit. Yes, they are. So they have knocked South Carolina from number 11 all the way out the damn AP poll. I don't see South Carolina nowhere. Do y'all see him? I don't see him anywhere. I see Vandy at number 20. That SC at 25 is South University of Southern California. That's not South Carolina. So they knocked them completely out the top 25. Because that's a beatdown. When a team come to your house, eat your food, and disrespect you like they did, you deserve to be knocked out the top 25. That's even worse than what Florida State beat us at their place. They didn't come to Tuscaloosa and beat us like that. So, yeah, that's exactly what happened. So, I mean, I got to give them boys credit, man. I have to give Vanderbilt credit. You also got to give some credit to the Miami Hurricane, ladies and gentlemen. Miami looking like the top team in the country to me. They look like they're a little bit better than Ohio State and them other teams in front of them. Miami has beat they beat Notre Dame. They beat somebody else last week. But then you beat South Florida, who South Florida got ranked because they beat Florida. And they beat Boise State, I believe. So South Florida had already beat 2 ranked teams 2 weeks in a row. They were going for a 3-peat. But Miami said, not this time, not today. Went down another day counter and got a mud hole stumped in you. 49-12. Carson Beck, he might be the real deal. They talking about Heisman consideration for old Carson Beck. He may have went to the right spot. They have weapons over there. Their defense is nasty. Mario Cristobal is coaching very well. Miami seems like a team to be reckoned with. I believe Miami and Florida State is on the collision course. And, I mean, I wouldn't be surprised if I see them in the playoffs. I wouldn't be surprised. Miami, the U is back. Ever since I seen Michael Irvin on that sideline, Labor Day, that Sunday night, and they won that game, how they won that game. and now the momentum is building. Yeah, Miami real deal. They real deal. They're a team to be reckoned with. So, and this game right here just blew my mind. This game blew my mind. It blew everybody's mind. I saw the tail end of this game because I was at Bama State's home game. We was watching this actually in the press box. You know, people were keeping up with this game in the press box. Thought Tennessee had it. They were controlling the game. Tennessee was up. Georgia came back on Tennessee. I will say this. That quarterback for Tennessee is the real deal. That receiver they got, he had like 3 touchdowns, I think, Brazel, whatever his name is. Yeah. But Georgia just did not give up. They did not give up. Tennessee was ready too. Oh, they was ready to storm the field. They was ready. They thought they had it. Because this has been a BTA. Georgia has been kicking Tennessee behind for years. Just like Bama used to kick Tennessee behind before they actually won a couple games. Just like Bama kicks Georgia behind. It's been the same way. Bulldogs has been tearing them Volunteers up a new one every time they play them. And this one particular time, Tennessee had the game won, but then they didn't. And yes, Georgia did what they had to do. Overtime, they get down there. Tennessee doesn't score. They kick a field goal. Georgia scores a touchdown. That's what you're supposed to do. That's what you're supposed to do. And the overtime rules, yeah, both teams get a chance. But if you get that ball first and you kicking a field goal, and that team that gets the ball second know they got to score a touchdown, they know if they score a touchdown, it's nothing you can do about it. I like my odds. So shouts out to Georgia. I'm glad they won the game because we have one coming up for the ages in Athens on the 27th between the Crimson Tide and the Bulldogs. And that's how I wanted it. Yeah. Yeah, I like when both, I do. I like when both teams get a chance. But when you get that ball first, TJ, when you get the first chance, you better cash. Or that's your ass. Yeah. Tennessee coaching staff pikes. Yep, they are. And you are absolutely right. They put a lot on film, and their secondary is garbage. Yeah. So Ty Simpson should have a field day. All wide receivers should have a field day. But it's going to be hard to run against Georgia. I will say that. I will say it's going to be hard to run against Georgia. Yeah, for sure. So I think that's it. But my issue with this top 25 before we move on to talk some I want to talk about some matchups, but this top 25 is garbage. Auburn fans enjoy it. Like I say, y'all got a good matchup coming up this weekend. Good to see Florida State in the top 10. That's not looking like a bad loss for Bama. So I want to continue to see Florida State win. Penn State hadn't done anything. They're ranked number 2 for what? They hadn't done anything. You know, they hadn't played anybody. But like I always say, this ranking doesn't mean a thing right now because you're going to get that committee vote coming up in about 4-5 weeks, and all this will be totally different. It will all be non-void. Yeah, TJ is going to come down to the trenches. It always do. It always come down to the trenches, my boy. Let's talk about these games coming up, man. We got a few of them. Looks like Billy Napier's job may be on the line, but they have constantly said we will not fire Billy Napier this year. Florida actually put a statement out, say, stop trying to fire our coach. We are locked in for the season. And I respect that. I respect it. But boy, oh boy, Florida, it ain't looking good for them Gators. It's not looking good for them Gators at all. I feel like it's going to be alligator souffle this Saturday night. It's going to be alligator souffle this Saturday night in Dade County. For sure. Auburn, Oklahoma. Beat down. Yes, Oklahoma's quarterback has been balling. John Mateer, he's up in Heisman consideration. I like Oklahoma to beat Auburn, and I actually like Oklahoma to compete in the SEC. In that game against Alabama, when they come to town, that's going to be a barn burner. Auburn, I think they're fool's gold right now. Yeah. I mean, they look somewhat impressive week 1 against Baylor on the road. And then you played 2 nobodies. Just be honest. You played 2 inferior teams. You did what you did against Ball State, yeah. And then you struggled a little bit, had a pipes game against South Alabama. 31-15, that's all. That's all you can do against South Alabama. But yeah, I feel like they time coming. Auburn fans been real. They hadn't been as cocky. Because you expect this. You expect Auburn. They every year, your first few games, cakewalks. Then you get into that SEC play, and then it comes loss, win, loss, win, loss. So I look for Auburn to be 7-5 this year. I'm gonna give them a good 7-5. Will it be good enough to keep Hugh Freeze's job? I don't know. That's gonna be the question. That's gonna be the big question right there. Not many other games of importance right here. I may look at South Carolina and Missouri. I think Missouri will beat South Carolina, especially if Lenore Sellers can't go. Missouri's at home. Yeah, South Carolina getting a raw deal early on in the season. They may be fool's gold as well. A lot of people was picking South Carolina to compete in the SEC. I wasn't on board. And I don't believe in South Carolina. Not at all. And these other games look pretty pipes to me. I see that Illinois and Indiana ranked 2 ranked opponents. What the hell has Illinois done to be ranked in the top 10? But somebody in that game right there, somebody's gonna fall. So I'm not even worried about that. Not worried about the rankings. Why the hell is Ole Miss playing Tulane? But that's what you got this weekend, ladies and gentlemen. You got a bunch of nothing, basically. A bunch of nothing. But yeah, I'm looking forward to that, Tanya. I'm looking forward to Auburn to get beat down. Boring. Yeah. Find y'all something safe to do this weekend. Just kind of keep up with the stuff on your phone, the scores and whatnot. Definitely keep up with that. So, but yeah, that's what we got, man. I'm gonna talk some NFL. But before I do that, ladies and gentlemen, I have to give it up one more time for the sponsor of this whole podcast station. Jack Ingram, Mercedes-Benz.
Sports Talking with JB is sponsored by Jack Ingram Mercedes-Benz, since 1959 serving the greater Montgomery area, from C-classes to GLEs, and everything in between. Visit them at 217 Eastern Boulevard, Montgomery, Alabama. Come test drive a new Benz today. At Jack Ingram Mercedes-Benz, it's time to love what you drive.
Yes, sir. Visit JackIngramMercedes.com. Get you a Benz. Come test drive you one. And shouts out to my sponsors, man. My good sponsors. All right, so let's get on with this, man. I got before I get up out of here tonight, we got to talk about some NFL that went down this weekend. And I'm gonna start off right here. Yeah. Hey, appreciate that. Yeah, I got commercial. Yeah. We got commercial. Yeah, for sure. We got commercial for sure. More to come. All right, so Cowboy. How about them Cowboys, y'all? How about them? I'm almost a Cowboy fan. This game was exciting. I watched this game, and I wasn't paying too much attention to it early on because it was the Cowboys and the Giants. But that fourth quarter was exciting. Was probably the most exciting quarter of football I've seen in a minute. Yeah, TJ Russ was cooking. Boy, was he. 450 yards for Russ. Career high in year 16 or whatever it is for Russ. Career high. That Cowboys secondary was food. Ladies and gentlemen. Yeah, your Giants, they did their best. They sure did. But this is all Cowboy, ladies and gentlemen. The Giants, and I knew the game would be close because I said the Giants are going to play hard, and they did play hard. Their defense is not slouchy. Their defense is pretty damn solid. The offense is what I was worried about. But then again, it's the Cowboys defense minus Michael Parsons. It's that secondary with Trayvon Diggs. Oh, we love Alabama boy Trayvon Diggs, but he's coming back off injuries, off surgeries. He's not that boy no more. He's lacking a little bit. The Cowboys have a injured secondary. They have a secondary that doesn't have speed. And you saw Malik Neighbors ball out. You saw Wendell Robinson looking like, I don't know who he was looking like, but them boys balling out, man. They did their thing. They did all they could. And yeah, poor Russ. I don't know why in the hell he threw that pass, that interception. He gave the game to the Cowboys. Because the MVP of the Dallas Cowboys, the MVP of that game on Sunday was a young man who was a former Birmingham Stallion. I saw this young man kick in Protective Stadium a few years back, and I said, oh my goodness, this kicker. I told DJ Seaway when the Cowboys picked him up, I said, you got you one. Mr. Brandon Aubrey, 64-yard field goal to send it to overtime. You know what I'm saying? Then every kick he made, it's money. Brandon Aubrey is the best kicker in the NFL, and he is quite possibly the GOAT, one of the greatest kickers of all time. And he's only been in the league for a couple years. But this man don't miss. And he kicks 60-yard field goals like they're extra points. Do the research. He's the best long-distance kicker in the league today. We can go back to Janikowski and Gostowski and all those old kickers like that. What's the kicker from Baltimore who got in trouble with the massages and Tucker? Like you keep naming kickers, but I'm taking Brandon Aubrey every time. Every time. And TJ, don't talk about fantasy football right now because I'm 0-2 just like the Giants right now. Yeah, I'm 0-2. I'm 0-2 just like the New York Giants in fantasy football. I almost won this week, but I didn't quite win. So I don't want to talk about fantasy football tonight. But yeah, man, that game was crazy. Cowboys was happy to get that win, but they should have lost. They should have lost. And speaking of Dallas Cowboys, they signed Jadeveon Clowney. College football fans, SEC fans may remember about 15 years ago, maybe. I think it was 14 years ago. That hit he did when he was at South Carolina. Y'all remember that hit he did? That's the only thing I can remember Jadeveon Clowney doing. I'm just being honest, man. I mean, he was a high pick in the draft. He was okay with the Houston Texans, but he hasn't done anything lately. He's bounced around the league. I believe he's like 31, 32 years old. So, but you're looking at him as an edge rusher. Now, I'm going to tell you what Jerry Jones did. You got rid of Michael Parsons so you wouldn't have to pay him $40+ million, right? All right, yeah. You got your 2 first-round picks from the Green Bay Packers. You got you a guy in Kenny Clark who's supposed to be helping you stop the run, but you don't have an edge rusher. So now you're looking at free agent. You go sign Jadeveon Clowney. He was a free agent for a reason. He was a free agent for a reason. Why would you be a free agent 3 weeks into the regular season? Why? Evidently, the other teams passed on you. They didn't want you. They didn't see your value. But old Jerry Jones, I see the value. So I get rid of Michael Parsons, an elite pass rusher in his prime. And I go get a Jadeveon Clowney, who, let's be honest, is past his prime. It was never the pass rusher Michael Parsons is today. And you only pay him up to $6 million. So you save you a whole bunch of money. But guess what, Jerry Jones? You still need some secondary. Why don't you go sign you some cornerbacks? Why don't you work on building that secondary? Because the Cowboys are going to be the Cowboys. They're going to probably go 10-7, 9-8. Probably make the playoffs, probably not make the playoffs. That's what the Cowboys are going to be. And it's going to be because you got rid of Michael Parsons and you did not help the secondary. You did not get guys in the secondary. The offense is going to be great. Shouts out to Dak Prescott, CeeDee Lamb, George Pickens. Javonte Williams. Shouts out to the guys. And matter of fact, they're going to be hurting even more because guess what? Their starting center, Cooper Beebe, expected to miss 6 to 8 weeks. So now your center's out. You got to get your bag up center. Yeah. And shouts out to Tyler Booker. Shouts out to some of the guys on the O-line. But, man, this hurts. This hurts right here. So, I'm just saying. Hey, Cowboys, they got the Bears this week. They should win that game, but who knows? It ain't looking too good. And speaking of injuries, ladies and gentlemen, this is bad. This is bad for the 2-0 Cincinnati Bengals. The defense was already hot garbage. Now you're looking at Joe Burrow missing 3 months, at least 3 months. October, November, December. Man, now Joe Burrow gonna be out till Christmas. That's the whole season. Man, listen. A lot of bad luck going around for Joe. A lot of bad luck, man. That's just straight bad luck. We thought it was a toe injury. I think it's still a toe injury, but I think he's having surgery, if I'm not mistaken. But damn, 3 months. And the Bengals, they just signed a bunch of quarterbacks to the practice squad, and I don't know what they're going to do, but I feel bad for them. I feel bad for Joe Burrow, man. He can't catch a break. He can't catch a break. He gets hurt every year, seems like it. But this is bad for them. The injury bug is definitely going around. It also hit J.J. McCarthy. He's going to miss this week. He played terrible on Sunday night. That game was hideous. That game with the Falcons and the Vikings was hideous. I turned the TV off. I did. And the Falcons, they didn't look no better. So, I mean, look at this. You got a matchup coming up this Sunday between the Vikings and the Bengals of bag-up quarterbacks. So, I don't know what we're looking at. I don't know what we're looking at for Sunday, you know. And this is the week 3 schedule right here. And Thursday night, I'm going to talk about a few of these games, but look at that Thursday night game. 8:15 Eastern time. You got the Dolphins and the Bills, man. The Dolphins, oh my goodness. I don't know what's up with Tua. I don't know. I think Tua has, people want to say CTE. Nah, Tua got PTSD because every time a defender is close to him, he panics. And I saw that when he throw those interceptions. I'm like, Tua, who are you throwing the ball to? Defender gets close to him, about to hit him. He throws the ball into double coverage. One of those interceptions, he threw it right to the guy. I'm like, this is not the Tua Tagovailoa that I'm used to seeing. This is not pre-concussion Tua. This is post-stress, the post-traumatic stress syndrome Tua. I don't know if I said it right, but this is PTSD Tua that I'm seeing right now. And I hate to say this. I really hate to say this because I'm a Tua fan. My mama is a big Dolphins fan, and I had to tell my mama to her face. It might be time for Tua to retire. Dolphins ain't going nowhere. You might have to trade Tyreek Hill. He's frustrated, very visually frustrated right now. I think Tua, man, he's a Samoan. He's a oos. He's a oos, and he has too much pride to give it up. He has too much pride to give it up. He may need to, but he's not going to do it. Somebody might have to talk to him, man. This might be the last year, but he's costing his teams games because the team was in it. That was a good game, but Tua cost them the game throwing the interception. It was plenty of times where Tyreek Hill was wide open. Jalen Waddle was wide open. The tight end was open, but he was making the wrong decision. So I hate to say it, but this Thursday, Buffalo going to stump a mud hole in them. Buffalo going to beat them. They are favored by 12.5 points. Buffalo Bills are favored by 12.5 points. And that's what Josh Allen, I believe he got a broken nose. But they say he going to play with a shield on. So if you're a betting person, take the Bills and take the points. I mean, I don't have no faith. Yeah, no faith in the Dolphins right now, brother. No faith. But that Bengals-Vikings game, man, that's a toss-up. That's a damn toss-up right there, man. I see a couple games on this slate right here I'm interested in. Steelers and Patriots. Definitely interested in that Steelers-Patriots game. That's at Foxborough. And the Patriots are 1.5 point favorite in that game. Steelers look like two different teams. Week 1, the offense looked spectacular against the Jets. Then you come back last week against the Seahawks and you look horrendous. So I don't know which Pittsburgh Steelers is the real Steelers. They need to find their identity real quick. I know what I saw from the Patriots. Yes, they beat Miami, but they also did not look good week 1. So both of these teams need a win. Both of these teams need to establish an identity. Mike Tomlin against Mike Vrabel. This is going to be a tough game. It's going to be a tough game to pick. Yes, Drake May has been balling. He has. I think whichever team establishes the running game, it's going to be a real tight game. And I hope this game comes on so I can watch it. I'm going to watch this game closely. I used to be a Patriots fan. I like the Steelers. My mama's a Steelers fan, big Steelers fan. I like the Steelers. I like the Steelers to take this right here. Rams, Eagles. TJ, you right on the money. 2-2-0 teams. The Eagles beat the Chiefs once again. The Rams have been winning ball games. Not looking pretty, but they've been winning. And the Eagles are the home team. I think the Eagles are going to win a lot of games this year. I don't know if they're going to go back and win the Super Bowl, go back to back, because it's so difficult to do. But I like the Eagles on Sunday. Yeah, give me the Eagles on Sunday. I like them. Sunday night football, let's look at that right there. The Chiefs and the Giants. 2-0-2 teams that need a win. Chiefs got 2 division losses. No, not 2 division losses. Matter of fact, they lost to the Chargers, then they lost to the Eagles. 2 close games, but 2 L's. Giants have 2 division losses. They lost to the Commanders and lost to the Cowboys. Kansas City got to win. I feel like the Giants ain't going to play no better than they did against the Cowboys. And they really did not play that well. They had like 15 penalties. The Giants really shot themselves in the foot so many times. Early on in that game, it was one possession where the offensive lineman, number 55, and I tweeted this. I don't even know his name, but he had 4 penalties. He had 3 penalties in a row. Unsportsmanlike conduct, holding, offsides. And he got sat on the sideline and coach was giving him the business. He was going right back at the coach. But ladies and gentlemen, this team is so undisciplined. This New York Giants team. That's why I was so surprised that they almost beat the Cowboys. They're not beating the Chiefs. The Chiefs, yeah, Hudson. He was terrible. He should be cut. He should be cut. And Brian Dable, if he was a real coach, I would cut him. I don't give a damn how good you is. You are so undisciplined. Cost them a touchdown. So the Giants, I don't trust them. I don't give a damn if they're at home. Give me the Chiefs. I trust the Chiefs more than the Giants, so I'm going to take the Chiefs, and they need a win. So give me the Chiefs. But the big game right there, Monday Night Football, ladies and gentlemen, the game of the week. This is the Super Bowl matchup that everybody wanted to see last year. This is the Super Bowl matchup everybody want to see this year, especially the urban, rural area. You got Detroit and Baltimore. Come on, man. It gets no better than that. You talking about Monday Night Football? I would love to see this in the Super Bowl. But it's looking like both of these teams are fool's gold to me. Yeah, the Lions, they put up 52 points on the Bears last week. Yeah, it's the Bears, though. But you look like straight garbage week 1. Then you're looking at the Ravens. Look what they did week 1. Fumbled the bag. Then you come back week 2 and you look like a juggernaut, but it was the Browns. So both of these teams need to prove something to me. Show me something. Both of y'all 1-1. Both of y'all look like pretenders week 1. Week 2, you look like contenders. So now show me. Both teams need a win. I like the Ravens in this game. I think the Ravens need a man. Derrick Henry did not play well on Sunday. I expect Derrick Henry to run through the Lions defense this week. I expect him. Yeah, them Bama players been showing out, but yeah. And Lamar Jackson got to do something too, man. I'm just going to be honest. The Ravens better win this game. This is another big game. Marquee matchup. Monday Night Football. All eyes on y'all. Come on, Lamar. Come on. This is a game where you need to show something. It's early on in the season. bro, show me you can do it. Show me. And that's it, man. All these other games, they just games to me. But I'm excited for football this weekend. Like I said, this is the calm before the storm, ladies and gentlemen. It's going to be a good chill weekend. I ain't got no worries this weekend. I'm not worried about no team winning, no team losing. You know, Bama State, Alabama on bye weeks. And I love it, man. It happens once a year, you know, and I'm going to enjoy it, you know, and I'm going to be just laid back, man. Y'all please hit the like button, you know, and I thank you guys for watching me tonight, man. I appreciate y'all each and every week for tuning in to this show. This is the only reason I do the show, because people watch it. You know, people watch the show. Y'all support, y'all hit the like buttons, y'all subscribing, and y'all sharing it to your folks. And that's all I ask you to do, man. Tips and donations also greatly appreciated right there. We are a business now. We are Future Star Entertainment. It's a website. You can go to the website, futurestarenT.com. Check out the new website. It's still more things I'm going to add, but you can check it out. It looks pretty good. It looks pretty good. Now, tomorrow night, make sure y'all join me for the Black and Gold show. I got a very special guest on tomorrow night. Assistant coach Jawan Lewis will be on the show tomorrow night, and it's going to be great. We're going to talk about Bama State football. They're on the bye week, so definitely going to be great. Appreciate you. Appreciate you, Monica Petway. Every week. Appreciate you every week. But yeah, and in case you guys missed it, and I just want to show y'all again, man, we are sponsored by Jack Ingram Mercedes-Benz. You know, Montgomery, Alabama, your local Benz dealer. Visit them at JackIngramMercedes.com. Check out all the Benz. And they don't only have Mercedes. We got used cars too. So you may be looking for an old Tahoe or something like that. Old Toyota Tacoma or something like that. We got it. Old Lexus or something. We got it right there. But if you're coming for the Benzes, like the ones on that picture right there, like that GT53 right there on the showroom floor, you better come get it. It's hot. It's hot right now. Appreciate y'all, man. I really do. And this is going to be an every week thing, man. Shouts out to the new sponsor, Jack Ingram Mercedes-Benz, for sure. And that's it. Make sure y'all tap in with me. Social media, you can follow Sports Talk JB on all social media platforms. Subscribe to this channel. I really appreciate you guys. I'm out of here, man. We're going to check with y'all next week. Sports Talking with JB. Next Tuesday night, big show. We're going to preview Bama, Georgia. Crimson Watch will be on the show. And you never know who else may join me. So with all that being said, thank you guys for joining. Bless y'all. Have a good night.